Most people think that the MetaQuest headset is just for gaming, but there are so many other things that you can do on this that most people never even know about. And once I show you some of the things that you could do on this headset beyond gaming, you're going to be kicking yourself for not trying these things sooner. I still use my TV, but when I want a private way to watch my shows on a massive TV, my Quest 3 and 3S headsets beat my TV by far. Not only can you make the screen massive in the headset, like the size of your wall, but the whole thing just feels so immersive, and you can have multiple screens at the same time. The main app that I haven't seen people use is the TV app, or the Meta Horizon TV app. Basically an interface that can replace your TV essentially. It looks exactly like what your TV will look like. It has most of the major streaming apps that you'd be looking for on your TV, including Disney Plus and so many others. And for the ones that aren't on the Meta TV app, you can use your browser and be able to watch Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max. I know a lot of people also use their MetaQuest headset to watch sporting events in the headset because you get up close and personal to the game. But watching alone on your headset isn't even the most interesting part of using your headset, because you can actually watch movies, TV shows, etc. with friends, with strangers, in apps like Big Screen. So Big Screen is this massive virtual theater in VR where you can watch things with your friends or strangers, and it even has a lot of these streaming apps available on it that you can watch directly from Big Screen app. So I really loved using Big Screen to watch holiday movies with my friends who might not live near me. And the cool thing is the presence that you feel when watching things with other people in Big Screen can also be used for work. And yes, I've used this for my company, which is a VR gaming company that's fully remote. We've made games like Trombone Champion Flattened, RoboQuest VR. We've published the games like Surviving Mars Pioneer, and Audio Trip, and V-Racer Hoverbike. And because we're fully remote and we're a VR company, we actually do have meetings in VR. In fact, we've been having a meeting every single week in VR for, I think, about 2 years now. We use Horizon Workrooms for smaller meetings. You can have up to 16 people in Horizon Workrooms, and you can have others also join from their PC, and you can see your computer while you're in the meeting as well, which is really cool. But we've also recently hosted a much larger meeting in VR, up to 30 people in Big Screen. Now, meetings in VR are definitely not perfect. Mostly use them for like wrap-up meetings. So at the end of the week, when we're reviewing everything that we've accomplished for the week and someone's presenting a slide deck, that is the best use case for meeting in VR that I found so far. And a lot of these videos that talk about things you can do in VR outside of gaming often talk about productivity, but that's actually not something that I've found myself doing in VR at this time. So I have tried it. You can have multiple monitors, and surprisingly, the graphics in the Quest 3 headset is pretty good, that you can actually read the screen quite well and not have any issues. The main reason why I don't work all day, every day in VR, even though you can have infinite monitors, connect your mouse and your keyboard and have all the vibes, because the headset is heavy and it's just uncomfortable to work in for extended periods of time. I could do a couple of hours at a time, so I can do an hour-long meeting here and there. I can do a couple of hours of gaming, but man, if I'm trying to really focus on work, having a heavy headset is not my favorite thing. But what is really cool that you could do in a VR headset that I don't think most people know is the amount of hobbies you can try out and practice and excel at without spending a ton of money and without requiring a lot of space. Here's a couple of quick examples. There's a ton of these available, and I can make a whole separate video on this, but here's a couple that are really easy for you to get at a glance. Example, if you wanted to learn how to paint and learn to paint with oil paint, you can use Vermilion, and you don't have to have a ton of mess in your house. You can just paint all these things digitally. Second is sports. 11 table tennis for ping pong, used professionally in China. Skyrunner Drone Hero. This is a drone game that uses realistic drone controls made by my company, and it is currently being used by students all over the world to learn how to fly drones before spending a ton of money and accidentally crashing a real drone. Another example is baseball. There's this Win Reality Baseball app. There's another one is Golf Plus. People use Golf Plus if they have kids and can't travel a lot. There's also music in VR. For example, PianoVision allows you to learn how to play a real piano using VR. And there's just so many more of these I could list out. If you want me to make a separate video on this, explaining all the different simulations that you could do in VR, let me know in the comments below. This lets you practice your hobbies without buying equipment or needing a ton of space. You can also attend concerts and live events in virtual reality. Now, this doesn't replace real life, but just take a look at this video of me attending a Tiesto concert. You can do this in Horizon World completely for free, and they have new concerts every single month that releases. Of course, one of the most popular use cases for a VR headset outside of gaming is fitness. Need I say more? There is, of course, Supernatural, FitXR, or you can play games that allow you to feel, or you can play games to secretly get a workout without feeling like you're working out. Example is Audio Trip, where you can just dance these different choreographies, or of course Beat Saber, which everyone knows, or Synth Riders. One of my favorite use cases for the headset in terms of fitness is if I want to just get a really quick 15-minute workout that I know is going to make me sweat. I usually like doing a HIIT workout in FitXR. And of course, you can use a MetaQuest headset to play all of these incredible immersive games. I want to know if there are use cases for VR headset outside of the things that I've mentioned and outside of gaming that you use that I might not have mentioned. Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.